When the stakes are high, referees hold immense power over the outcome of an NHL game. But what happens when they get it wrong? In this video, we'll dive into the most controversial and jaw-dropping calls in NHL history. These are the top 10 moments that left fans, players, and coaches shaking their heads in disbelief. Number 10. Brett Hull's Stanley Cup winning goal. On June 19, 1999, at the Marine Midland Arena in Buffalo, New York, Game 6 of the Stanley Cup Finals was set to determine the champion. The Stars and the Sabres were tied in an intense battle, with the series at an even 2-2 going into the game. In the third overtime period, both teams were intensely competing to win the cup. As the Stars pushed hard, Hull redirected a shot past Sabres goaltender Dominik Hasek. The puck went into the net, seemingly securing Dallas the game-winning goal and the Stanley Cup. However, controversy immediately erupted over Hull's goal. Video replays revealed that Hull's left skate was inside the goal crease when he scored. According to NHL rules at the time, a goal could be nullified if an attacking player's skate entered the crease before the puck did. This rule had caused confusion and frustration throughout the season. Despite the clear violation of the crease rule, the referees and league officials reviewed the play and allowed the goal to stand. This decision stunned the Sabres and their fans, who argued passionately that the goal should have been disallowed based on the rule in place. Number 9. Wayne Gretzky's missed high-sticking penalty. An incident involving Wayne Gretzky's overlooked high-sticking penalty during Game 6 of the 1993 Western Conference Finals between the Los Angeles Kings and the Toronto Maple Leafs stands out as one of the most disputed moments in NHL playoff history. Game 6 took place on May 27, 1993, with the series tied at 2-2. The Maple Leafs were fiercely competing against the Kings at Maple Leaf Gardens in Toronto. The game went into overtime, intensifying the pressure and importance for both teams. During overtime, in a crucial moment, Wayne Gretzky accidentally hit Doug Gilmour in the face with his stick, a clear high-sticking offense that normally would result in a penalty against the Kings. Referee Kerry Fraser, however, either missed the incident or decided not to call a penalty, allowing the game to proceed. Shortly after the missed call, Gretzky seized the moment and scored the game-winning goal for the Kings. The overlooked high-sticking incident sparked widespread controversy and debate. Maple Leafs fans and players were outraged, arguing that the referee's decision directly affected the game's outcome and cost Toronto a chance to advance in the playoffs. Number 8. Martin Gelinas' no goal in Game 6. The 2004 Stanley Cup Finals between the Calgary Flames and the Tampa Bay Lightning were highly competitive, reaching a controversial moment in Game 6 that has been hotly debated ever since. And this moment makes number 8 on our list. Game 6 of the Finals was held on June 5, 2004 in Calgary. With the series tied 3-3, both teams were fiercely battling for the championship. In the third period, with the score tied at 2-2, the Flames were aggressively attacking in the offensive zone. Defenseman Jordan Leopold took a shot that deflected off Martin Gelinas' skate towards the net. Many spectators believe the puck crossed the goal line before Tampa Bay goaltender Nikolai Habibulin could prevent it. Despite what seemed like a clear goal, the referees did not signal a score. There was no immediate review of the play, and the game continued as if nothing had happened. The Flames and their supporters were convinced they had taken the lead, but the officials did not halt the game to review the footage. Post-game replays indicated that the puck likely crossed the line, although the view was somewhat obstructed. Video evidence suggested Gelinas' deflection had indeed gone into the net before Habibulin managed to cover it. Number 7. The Phantom Goal. At number 7, we have the infamous Phantom Goal. The game between the Detroit Red Wings and the Los Angeles Kings on February 27, 2013 became infamous for one of the most unusual and controversial goals in NHL history, known as the Phantom Goal. During the second period at Joe Louis Arena in Detroit, Kings defenseman Slava Voinov took a shot from the point. The puck traveled quickly towards the net, and when it appeared to go in, the goal light went on, and the referees signaled a goal. The Kings celebrated, while the Red Wings, especially goaltender Jimmy Howard, were left in disbelief. Howard argued that the puck had not properly entered the net. replays clearly showed that the puck did not go into the net in the usual way. Instead, it had gone through a hole in the side of the netting. Despite protests from the Red Wings and visual evidence from multiple camera angles, the referees did not overturn their initial decision. The goal stood, frustrating Detroit's players and fans. Number 6. The disallowed goal for kicking motion. The 1991 Stanley Cup Finals had a controversial call involving Brett Hull of the St. Louis Blues, who was known for his scoring skills. In the finals, the Blues were playing against the Minnesota North Stars. In a close game, Brett Hull was in front of the net, ready for a scoring chance. A loose puck came his way, and he directed it towards the net, scoring what looked like a crucial goal for the Blues. However, the referees quickly reviewed the play and decided to disallow the goal, saying Hull had kicked the puck in. Replays showed Hull had redirected the puck with his skate, but there was a lot of debate over whether he had made a clear kicking motion. The replay suggested Hull's movement was more of a redirection than a deliberate kick. This subtle difference is key in the NHL's rule interpretation. Many fans, analysts, and players argue that Hull's goal should have been counted, as it didn't seem to meet the criteria for a distinct kicking motion. Number 5. Matt Duchene's offside goal. The next incident might be the most shocking so far. The Nashville Predators versus the Colorado Avalanche game on February 18, 2013 is remembered for a highly noticeable missed offside goal involving Matt Duchene, which is considered one of the most glaring mistakes in NHL history. In the second period, Duchene received a pass from Avalanche defenseman Shane O'Brien. Duchene was clearly several feet past the blue line when O'Brien passed him the puck, violating the offside rule. Despite this clear breach, the linesman didn't stop the play, allowing Duchene to continue. Capitalizing on the missed call, Duchene went on a breakaway and scored a goal against the Nashville goalie Chris Mason. The Predators bench and fans immediately protested, pointing out the obvious offside infraction, but the referees let the goal count. The incident was widely criticized as one of the worst officiating errors of the season. Number 4. Martin Gelinas' nullified goal. Mistakes in the early rounds of the playoffs frustrate teams and fans, but they're even more crucial when they happen in the top NHL competition, the Stanley Cup Final. One infamous example occurred during the 2004 Stanley Cup Final. In Game 6 between the Calgary Flames and the Tampa Bay Lightning, tensions ran high. With the score tied, Calgary's Martin Gelinas had a chance to edge his team ahead. He redirected a puck past Lightning goalie Nikolai Habibolin, seemingly giving the Flames a pivotal 3-2 lead. The crowd erupted, thinking victory was theirs. Yet the celebration was cut short. Referees quickly reviewed the play. Despite strong evidence that the puck crossed the goal line, they controversially nullified the goal. Reasons given included goalie interference or inconclusive visual proof, despite replays suggesting otherwise. This decision stunned not just the Flames, but their fans, who vigorously contested the call. Number 3. Disallowed goal in Game 3. In the 2017 Stanley Cup Finals, the Nashville Predators faced the Pittsburgh Penguins in a series filled with intensity and excitement. During the first period of a scoreless game, Nashville's Flip Forsberg carried the puck into Pittsburgh's offensive zone. The Predators were putting heavy pressure on, and amidst a flurry of action near the Penguins' net, defenseman PK Subban shot the puck past goalie Matt Murray. The hometown crowd erupted in cheers, believing their team had taken an early lead. However, Pittsburgh coach Mike Sullivan challenged the play, arguing that the Predators had entered the zone offside. According to NHL rules, a goal could be canceled if the attacking team was offside during the build-up to the goal. The referees reviewed the play to determine if this was the case. Replays indicated that Forsberg's back skate was very close to the blue line, making it a judgment call. After a lengthy review, the referees decided Forsberg was offside, and thus the goal was not allowed. Number 2. Chris Pronger's disallowed goal. In the 2007 Western Conference Finals, the Anaheim Ducks faced off against the Detroit Red Wings in a heated contest for a spot in the Stanley Cup Finals. Game 3 of this series, which took place on May 15, 2007, became infamous due to a controversial call that disallowed a crucial goal scored by Anaheim's Chris Pronger. During the second period of Game 3, the Anaheim Ducks were trailing the Detroit Red Wings 1-0. Chris Pronger, a standout defenseman known for his physical play and offensive skills, found himself near Red Wings' net during a power play. He redirected a shot from the point into the net past Detroit goalie Dominik Hasek. The Ducks celebrated what they believed was a game-tying goal, but the referees quickly huddled and made a decision to disallow it. They claimed that Chris Pronger interfered with Hasek's ability to make the save, which they considered a violation of the rules. Although there was some contact between Pronger and Hasek, it seemed incidental and not enough to significantly hinder the goalie's attempt to stop the puck. Many disagreed with the referee's ruling, believing Pronger's actions did not meet the clear criteria for goaltender interference as outlined in the rules. Number 1. The Thomas Holmstrom interference call. And now it's time for the final incident on our list. In the 2008 Western Conference Finals, the Detroit Red Wings squared off against the Dallas Stars. Game 4 of this intense series, which took place on May 14, 2008, became infamous for a highly disputed call involving Detroit's Thomas Holmstrom. With the Red Wings leading the series 3-0 and aiming to sweep the Stars and advance to the Stanley Cup Finals, Game 4 held significant importance for both teams. During the second period, Thomas Holmstrom, known for his presence near the opponent's net and ability to obstruct goalies' views, positioned himself near the crease as usual. As the Red Wings set up their offense, a shot was fired from the point. Holmstrom, stationed outside the crease, redirected the puck into the net, appearing to score a valid goal that would have increased Detroit's lead. However, referee Kelly Sutherland promptly waved off the goal, citing goaltender interference. The decision shocked the Red Wings and their supporters, especially since replays clearly showed Holmstrom's skates were outside the blue paint of the crease, and any contact with Dallas goalie Marty Turco was minimal and accidental. The NHL has seen its fair share of referee blunders, whether it's a missed offside, an uncalled penalty, or a game-changing decision. And with that, our look into the worst referee calls in the NHL come to an end. Let us know in the comments which call you think was the absolute worst.